faces, almost time for places. Thank you, five.
5 minutes to places.
Thank you, five.
Thank you, five. So, Kim.
Yes.
Do you remember your first artistic experience? The one where you said, "This is what I want to do with my life"?
I do. What I want to do with my life. It's 1976, and I said to myself, I want to be in a high school musical. And so I was in Guys and Dolls, and I was the assistant director under Mr. Roger Babuski, who is also my mentor before he passed away. And what I thought was I should basically learn how to do that stuff with the school. And when I first heard the applause, I was hooked.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how you hear that applause and you want to go, I want to feel that again.
So you got your first experience as a director?
Yes.
Okay. When did you start performing?
I started performing. Actually, I was in the play as well.
Oh.
I was in the play, and I had, what's the word? I had caught the bug really being on the stage and at the end and the curtain call and everybody clapping. I was like, I want to do this.
Mm.
And so I did it.
You've kept it up.
Yeah.
So what inspires you? What keeps you going?
What inspires me is the voice of the African American community, my community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of the plays that I wrote are based on what's going on. Like I've written a play about gentrification and about what's homelessness and domestic violence and things that occur in my life. You know, I also write about family love and generational curses and things like that, so that as a storyteller, I can keep that going. It's the story, so that we can do better from what we've learned that we've done not so good at. And also, I want the people who are not of color to know our life from our voice, not from someone else writing about it. You
Yeah.
feel me?
When did you write your first play? What was your first play?
Um, my first play my first play was The Poet's Corner with K.L. Brewer, and that was 2001. But I've been writing like little glittery stuff for, like what's the word? Little kids, not little. When I was younger, I take a piece of paper and fold it in half,
Mm-hmm.
and I would say, "Mom, I wrote a book."
Mm-hmm.
And so I always liked to write stories,
Okay.
and so that was my thing. I was writing stories to tell our story and to entertain. I think I have a writer spirit. You know, some people have a certain type of spirit. So to answer your question, what inspires me is Black life. Ha
Mm.
ha ha.
Your life.
My life. God,
Do you have a project that you're longing to work on?
I do.
What is it?
I am writing my, what's it called? Ha I've written 15 plays. My dream idea is to have at least 3 of them filmed so I can adapt them as a screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love for them to be for for them to be on film. Because of the pandemic, we really don't have the opportunity to go to theaters and to see live theater. And so I believe that film is the way to go.
Yeah. So what's in the way of that dream? What's stopping you? What are your barriers?
Right now, the barriers are economics, money, and quiet as it's kept, European white playwriters that this playwriting realm is made out of. You know, there's only a handful of actresses that you see and a handful of playwrights that you see who find or get some type of recognition. I mean, we have the August Wilsons and the playwrights that have made some mark in the world. But when you really look at all the playwrights and you line them all up, I'm a member of the Dramatists Guild, and most of the dramatists I see are white male.
Yeah.
So that's a barrier for me, but it's not going to be a stop for me. I'm unstoppable. You know me, Tami.
I know you. So
You
what
know me.
are
Nothing's going to stop me.
unstoppable for sure.
I'm unstoppable.
Got that unsnuffable human spirit.
That's the who I is.
That's
That's who
right.
I am.
So what do you think what do you think is a path forward? How can we change that?
I think that right now is probably the best time to change that because recognition and undoing a lot of wrongs and civil rights. And, we came a long way, baby, but we're still got a long way to go.
Yeah.
And, remember that saying? And it's so what I feel is that we need to be more powerful in the acknowledgement of what's going on in theater. There's some disparities. There's a lot of things that's going on. I'm an artivist. I combine my art with my activeness.
Mm.
And I like being active for the arts. And that's one of the things I probably will pursue and trying to find some equality, not just in payment, but in whose plays are being seen. I want my play to be seen. I'm unstoppable.
Yeah, that's right. A kind of theatrical reparations.
Yes, I should write that as a play.
You
And if
should.
I write that as a play, you gave me that idea.
Well, that idea has been around for hundreds of years.
What playwright reparations?
Well, not playwright reparations, but reparations in general, since
Oh yes, definitely, definitely.
like it's time we talk about it in a specific and actionable way, I think.
Yes.
Well, who do you admire? Who are you following right now? Whose work inspires you to keep going and that you want to support?
Well, right now, the work that I admire right now is Sharon Flake just recently adapted her book into a play that I'm directing. So it's about colorism and bullies and self-esteem. So that's my love right now. Who inspires and who I like and I'd like to follow is Kay Torrey Hall. She wrote a play called At the Mountaintop and
Yeah.
several other plays that I'm just inspired by her work as how far she's gone as a playwright woman, an African American woman, and she's won a lot of awards. So when I read about her and how she takes her art, and not only she's also an activist, that she takes it to tell a story to make it all work for her. So yeah, she encourages me. I would like to see more of her work, and I'm very proud of her mission. She will probably be a part of those making the changes in the theater world. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I want to see.
Well, tell me again the name of the person whose play you're directing right now.
Her name is Sharon G. Flake. She wrote the book The Skin I'm In, and it's being produced through Alumni Theater Company. Holly Donner is producing it,
Hmm.
and we have a beautiful cast of young people and local actors is going to blow you away. And it's unfortunately we want people to do it as a play, but we're filming it, and
Oh,
it'll probably be coming up in November.
that's so
Pa!
awesome. I love alumni with the
Alumni Theater.
theater artists at alumni. That's so awesome.
Yes. I
Mhm.
like this look.
Places.
Oh,
Oh, thank you, Places.
it's showtime.
It's showtime.
All right, Kim, have a wonderful show.
You, thank you.
Thank you.